Breaking news in the Diddy case. Now, a lot of you guys were saying Kim Porter's book was probably not real. Well, I'm going to tell you, I believe it is. I thought it was before, and I still think it is. Now, the person that put it out there is now subpoenaed to speak. They spoke yesterday. Now, listen, this is getting crazy. Now, there's tapes that allegedly Kim Porter handed over, her diary, and now they are asking for them to turn all of that over. This is a game changer because remember, I kept saying, I really think that he has something to do with her unaliving. We've all speculated that. I mean, there's too many things that went wrong. And I think that is part of the reason why they want some of this information. Now, they were very vague in the interview yesterday. If you guys want to know, go back on TMZ's website to check it out. But I feel like they were extremely vague. And I feel like they were doing that because of the way things have been going with the media in this case. And remember, Diddy was asking for them to put a gag order on the prosecuting attorney, and it was denied. But now this coming out, I feel like this is a whole new bag that there's a lot that the public doesn't know. And if that gets out, it can get crazy. Diddy, feds say they didn't leak the assault video. Mystery deepens. Now, they did not leak the mystery video. This has actually been out since May, and CNN actually had posted it. Now, they're basically trying to argue the fact that it should never really be brought into this case, but it is worth being in the case because it shows his character, which is in question, obviously. Now, I know he's going to fight for this video not to be in this case, and he's going to say because it's changed the public's perception of him, but it doesn't really matter at this point, and I don't think that's going to be a part in the case that he's going to win, if anything, in this case. But this is the argument, and what I think is really funny is the reason why he doesn't understand how they could have had access to the video is because the security guard was allegedly paid off for it to wipe out the system. So now he's like, well, if it was wiped out the system, how would they have access to it? And so he's thinking there's some funny business happening, but I'm sure somebody else had a copy of it. And that's why CNN put that out way before. And remember, he came out with that apology saying, he was sorry for what he did. What he did was wrong and all that. That was when that first was released. So him saying all this is starting to look really kind of crazy. I also think no matter what, Diddy is not really understanding that none of this really matters. There's too much to this case. And for them to get him on RICO, it needs to be 2 or more of those charges that falls under RICO. He's not going to win this. And now there's over 400 lawsuits in addition to the prior lawsuits that are getting ready to come up. It's getting crazier, and it's the more and more information we're getting is the more and more I'm realizing that they let him get away with way too much. And if they let him get away with way too much, who else is out here getting away with way too much? Don't answer that because I know what you guys are going to say. Starts with a J and ends with a Z. So you ain't even got to tell me. I don't know if it's true or not, because that's alleged. We haven't seen any indictments or anything like that. I'm still under the belief that there's going to be a superseding indictment, and we need to wait on that. But y'all, it gets crazier. Apparently, Diddy's sons got into it with Ray J the other night. And guess who stopped it? Chris Brown. Of all people, Chris Brown. Irony? Like irony. Chris Brown got in the middle of it to stop it. Wild. Anyway, I believe those were orders. And the reason why I say that is because Ray J has been on this TV, this internet, doing these interviews and making him look worse, where I feel like he should just be quiet. But I feel like he's trying to get his fame and is kind of screwing Diddy and screwing him. And that's why they went after him. So y'all, that's the tea. Also, Kim Porter's kids said that diary was not her diary. But they also think that Diddy didn't have nothing to do with the moms unalive, and we know that ain't probably true, allegedly, okay? So that's the tea for right now. Y'all, I'm sorry for not keeping you guys updated because it's been a whole lot, and I was trying to do my little Chucky Rose stuff. But, y'all, drop your comments down below because I feel like this is really getting wild.